No, I need to cancel the game, actually. Excuse me. while I don't dox what my family members' names are. Like, excuse me while I don't dox myself, you know? No, I don't think you'd be able to guess based... people are clever. Never mind. The last two weapons of this update. Shut the fuck up. Did I ask you to speak? Oh, she's reading it from a book. Is it going through everything? Shush. Why is it going through everything? Excuse me while I shut the fuck up.
Hello. What are you in the market for today?
Red Ring a D. And 0.52 Gal Deco. Thank you. To put it simply, I don't like either of these weapons. I didn't particularly care about Dread Ringer before this. Don't care about it now either. And 0.52 Gal Deco. It's 0.52 Gal. Do I even need to explain everything here? Like, you know, you get in with this, you shoot people and kill everything because you are a 0.52, and then you blind everyone with your Splattercolour Screen. Like, you just block the sight of everyone. You just be the worst person in the world, basically, is what this weapon is. Okay, we're going to take it into Turf War, because I really don't want to play either of those other modes. It obviously does 52 damage, so like, the combo with Screen is 82 damage. So there's no combo with Screen there. There may be a combo with a Curling Bomb, but you're not using Curling Bomb for the bomb bit. You're using it for the path it makes. So in terms of, like, you know, the issues with Screen as a like accessibility issue aside, how good is it as a special is the question I want to ask there. I'm going to try and throw those kind of out of the way. How is it as a special outside of that accessibility issue? Well, my proposed adjustment to it is that instead of being a visual debuff, it is instead the disruptor from Splatoon 1. It is made by the same company that made the disruptors and the Toxic Mist, which is Nouveau. They made that. And, you know, if we're celebrating the past of Splatoon in this game, you know, why is Disruptor not back, ever? That would have been really cool. And also, by the way, I think that the custom Elisa should have been yellow. Really. Because it was yellow in Splatoon 1. Well, it was also yellow in Splatoon 2, but it should have been yellow. Like, it should have just brought back the yellow design for it, really, is my opinion. I think that could have been interesting. But yeah, in terms of, like, as this is a special, it really just... I really don't like that... I think, honestly, if it was just a special that blocked the sight path of the enemy team, that actually could have been really interesting. You know, not necessarily even something that does damage, just something that blocks the view for the other team. Like, that could have been cool. It didn't really have to be a visual debuff or anything, it could have just been that. My personal thing would have been, it does no damage, and it still functions as that screen blocking thing, but it's also a disruptor if you get hit, instead of a visual, instead of something that confuses your vision. I think that would have been really interesting, but they didn't do that. That would be my rework of it. The other rework, though, honestly, just make it a sight blocker. There could be so much, like, it could be really interesting to just have something that, you know, makes it hard to see in a non-accessibility issue way. Like, why does it have to alter the way that you see things, you know? It literally could have just been the Mario Kart thing of putting some ink splatters on the screen. You know, I don't see why it has to be some kind of hallucinogen. I mean, it's interesting. The hallucinogen idea is interesting. I just don't really like it. The other thing that I had in mind, but then was like, no, that would be terrible. But I think they should do as a challenge is a control reversal. So forward is backwards, backwards is forwards, left is left, right is right, right is left, up is down, down is up. Just switch the controls. I think that would be a really funny challenge. Difficult, yes, but a great challenge. I would love that. Go full random, full chaos mode as a challenge. Be really good. Yeah, this weapon is this weapon, really, isn't it? It's 0.52. It's 0.52. I don't know how else to really say it. There's not really much to say about it. It's just like a good weapon. I barely even use the curling bomb, but this weapon just survives on its own. Like, it doesn't even need. Doesn't really need anything that goes with it. Okay, just a load of area effect specials here. I got 3 hits on that before they died. Oh, I got a triple. Very cool. I'm gonna throw that over there. I don't think anybody should be going over there. If they are, then that's sad. What is that? Ends up. Okay. Really just a lot of displacement specials out here. I mean, really, most specials are displacement specials, if you think about it a certain way. Like, you know, as much as it is a meme of, like, you just need to run away from the Trizooka and dodge it. Yeah, kinda. Like, I think in a world where Trizooka isn't the most busted thing in the world, and isn't, like, horrendously broken for no reason, that's a legitimate defense. And that's how it should be. You should be able to say that, but you can't because it's Trizooka and it works really stupidly. Cute. Okay, I didn't really do the best job of throwing that somewhere that nobody would be. There. Ah, no. Honestly, though, back on the Disruptor thing, Disruptor should have been a special in the first place. Like, that's a ridiculous power that you get from Disruptor, because Disruptor wasn't just Toxic Mist. Toxic Mist just took one element of what Disruptor is and applied it to a single area. If you got hit by Disruptor in Splatoon 1, first of all, I think you got located. Well, you didn't get located. You got located in the same sense that you're located with Screen, funnily enough, where you just have this kind of like effect put on you. There's like this visual effect that kind of circles you, but it also slows you down for a set amount of time. It lingers, like it doesn't just go away once you leave the circle. It lingers. It stays on, that effect. That slowed down effect. So just... that should have been a special. And Splattercolour Screen would have been the golden opportunity to me. But they didn't do it. Anyway, this weapon sucks. It has 0 synergy. Wavebreaker would be great if Wavebreaker was great. Wavebreaker's not great, so this weapon is not good. Why the fuck does it have beacon? Who cares? We don't know. Just like the beacon. Just like the beacon. That's what they want us to do here. They just want us to like the beacon blindly. They don't want us to have an opinion on the beacon. They want us to just be like, you know what, enjoy the beacon. You have a beacon. Beacons are fun, aren't they? No. Wavebreaker sucks. Wavebreaker wasn't the best thing for it, even if Wavebreaker's the best thing it could be. But Wavebreaker sucks. I think I do agree with people like Chara. You know, I wasn't particularly excited about this kit or anything. Didn't particularly care about it for myself. But in terms of like kits that are a disappointment and weapons that had good potential. Okay. In terms of weapons that had good potential, I would agree that Wringer was one of them. So to see it get a kit like this is incredibly disappointing. That they did this. Like, genuinely sad about it. Fuck off, unique. I feel like I'm going against teams here. I can't really tell, but that's what I feel like is happening. Do we have two? We do have two beacon weapons. Yeah, I know. Beacons are overrepresented, honestly. We don't need this many beacon weapons. So, it's very clear at this point that the Splatoon team has been trying to do, has been trying to balance out how many of each weapon appears where. That's my timer saying that Big Brother is starting, by the way. It's very clear that they're trying to balance out how many times each weapon appears, each sub, special, and main. Which does mean I don't think we're going to get third kits. I'm so sorry, but for like mains and subs, it's very clear that they're trying to be as equal as possible and get as many representation, as equal a representation each. I don't think they should do that. Like, you know, I really think they should just play with the synergy game of, you know, is this weapon good? Is this not? There is no world in which Reflux should have gotten that kit. There is no world in which Wringer should have gotten this kit. There is no world in which Custom Explorer should have gotten that kit. Honestly, fuck it. There is no world in which Splatana Deco should have gotten that kit. Where does it have that? Where does it have beacon missiles? That's so dumb. Where does it have that? Oh, I get it. Because they didn't put Tenta missiles on anything for a while. So they were like, oh, it's been a while since we did that. It's such dumb reasoning. Like, they're not doing it with any synergy in mind. They're not doing it because it makes a good weapon. They're not doing it because it makes a fun kit. They're doing it because there isn't as much of that weapon in the game yet. Which is silly, because there are plenty of beacons in the game. I would have been content with just like 5 beacon picks. Maybe that's reductionist. Maybe it's silly. Maybe it's too reductive. But why on earth do we give so many weapons beacon? Why are there 10 beacon weapons? You know? Why is there only 7 burst weapons? How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 suction bombs. I don't know, like, why?